everybody. Welcome to my living room again. It's time for an Irish song. Got the green sweater on. Okay. And this is my living room. I got a note here. It says from a guy. He said, does he have his dining room furniture right there in the living room? That's not right. Let me explain, okay? This is the bar. It's in our living room. There's a fireplace to my left. Then there's a balcony. Then there's a chair. And then there's a sofa. And then there's another sofa, which you can see. And then behind that is the dining room. It's called an open floor plan. So we are in the living room, okay? And I got a lot of requests for, a lot of notes again, and requests for Jersey songs, which we'll try to get to, and some more Seagarden references. You know, it's great getting these Seagarden references. Here's a girl says. She says, although Mike and I got engaged at dinner earlier in the evening, you guys, meaning my brother Jimmy and I, you guys made him get down on one knee and propose again right there up front at the bar. That's Sharon and Mike Allen. I remember that. I do remember that. We made him do it, okay? So, but anyway, we're going to do an Irish song. But unfortunately, it's not a happy Irish song, but it's a song that I've gotten more requests for than anything else, okay? It's called The Old Man, and dedicated to all the people who want this for their dad, especially for Frank Anderson's family. Frank was Mr. Marist, that's my alma mater, and he passed away not that long ago, and I know they'd love to have this song for him. So, oh, by the way, I was supposed to be drinking Irish coffee when I sing an Irish song, right? Well, there's not a drop of cream in the house, I must say, so I'm having a little cup of tea. But anyway, this song, I'll give you a little background on this song. When my dad passed away, he was a great musician and a great dad, and it's many years ago now, but a friend of mine brought over a cassette tape. He said, you got to listen to this song. I listened to this song, and it really sounded as though this song was written for my father. It was incredible. It was just like him. But of course it wasn't. It actually was written by Phil Coulter. And if you're an aficionado of Irish music, you know that Phil Coulter is an internationally known Irish musician, composer, lyricist, writes beautiful lyrics and music. And he had written it for his own dad, who was also an entertainer, and he had passed away. So I'm listening to the song. I said, really, this is my dad. I want to sing this song. I want to make it my dad's song. There was only one problem with it, you know. There was one chorus, one verse, where he talked about the colors of the pheasants and walks in the forest and all that, you know. And we didn't have any pheasants in Bayonne, you know. We didn't have any woods or forests either. We played in the schoolyard, in the gravel schoolyard, you know. So, but my dad, when he used to come home, he was a probation officer during the day, and when he would come home, he would see maybe I was over in the schoolyard across the street. He'd come over there and he'd play baseball with us. He'd hit the ball out. He could hit a ball further than any man I ever saw. So I said, well, let me get that part of my dad into this song, so about playing baseball. So I took the verse about the pheasants and the woods out, and I wrote my own verse for him. So this is my verse, and I worked with Phil Coulter for like 16 years straight at a fundraiser in New York. And I sang my version of the song to him. I got his blessing on it. So this is for my dad and for Frank Anderson and everybody else's dad out there who identifies with this. The tears have all been shed now. We've said our last goodbyes. His soul's been blessed. He's laid to rest. And it's now I feel alone. He was more than just my father, my teacher, my best friend, and he'll still be heard in the tunes we shared when I play them on my own. And I never will forget him. He made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories miss him, the old man. When I was a boy, he'd take me playing with a baseball bat and glove, and he'd hit the ball over a faraway wall, and I'd marvel at his power. Then he'd gently lift the fiddle with those hands so big and wide, with his handkerchief tucked underneath his chin. He'd play for hours, and I never will forget him. He made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, the old man. I thought he'd live forever. He seemed so big and strong. The minutes fly and the years go by for a father and a son. And suddenly, when it happened, there was so much left unsaid. No second chance to tell him thanks for everything he'd done. And I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on. God, I miss him, the old man. Such a sad song, such a beautiful song that Phil Coulter wrote. So we can't end on a sad note, though. I'll tell a joke or two, okay? Rose Evers sent me a joke. Just got it in the mail yesterday. Rose is Mike Bonadeuce's mom. Mike Bonadeuce, my travel agent, my travel partner. She writes, she sent me an Irish joke. She says, Sean had long heard of the story of a family tradition. Seems that his father, his grandfather, and his great-grandfather had all been able to walk on water on their 18th birthday. On that special day, they would walk across the lake to their local pub, Murphy's Bar, for their first legal drink. So, when Sean's 18th birthday arrived, he and his friend Mac took a boat, rowed out to the middle of the lake, and Sean stepped out of the boat. He immediately sank and nearly drowned. He was only saved by Mick, who managed to pull him back into the boat. Furious, confused, he went to see his grandmother. He says, Gran, 'tis my 18th birthday, so why can't I walk across the water like me father and me grandfather and his father before him? So Grandma looked deep into Sean's troubled eyes, looked at him with kind, benevolent eyes, and said, because they were all born in January and the lake was frozen over. You were born in August, you bloomin' idiot. And I'll tell my favorite Irish joke, okay? Anybody who's traveled to Ireland with me has heard me tell this joke on the buses, you know. He says, Paddy goes to confession. He says, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's 3 weeks since my last confession. He says, I confess that I stole a load of wood from the construction site down the street. And the priest says, well, Paddy, you'll have to know how much wood is it you stole in order to give you the absolution and penance. And he says, well, it was not too much wood, Father. It's just enough wood to build a little house for my little dog. He's out in the cold and the snow and the rain all the winter long. And the priest says, well, now that's not too much wood. He says, Paddy says, for your penance, you'll say 3 Our Fathers and 3 Hail Marys. And Paddy says, no, wait, Father, I'm not finished. He says, you see, with the wood that I had left over, after building the house for the little dog, he says, I built a fence around the property. So the priest says, well, no, that's a different story. He says, then for your penance, you'll say the 3 Our Fathers, the 3 Hail Marys, and a decade of the Rosary. And Paddy says, no, wait, Father, I'm not finished. He says, you see, with the wood that I had left over, after building the house for the dog and the fence around the property, I put an addition on the house for the daughter and a new husband. So the priest says, now, Paddy, that's a horse of a different colour. He says, we're going to have to come up with a unique penance for you. He says, do you know how to make a novena? Paddy says, no, Father, but if you got the plans, I got the wood. And with that, I'll say good day, and we'll see you tomorrow with another song. God bless.